Hey guys, it's Cho, and unfortunately, I'm here with a little bit more drama. I'm sure everyone has heard about the news with Crave Beauty, and instead of giving you kind of like commentary on the total situation, I figured I would react to the founder's statement that was made earlier, either today or yesterday. I don't know when this will be released actually, but it was released recently. The statement from Leah Yu, and we're gonna just jump right into it and react to their comments because I have some pretty strong opinions. So let's load it up right here. And hopefully I'll figure out like where to put it. Maybe I'll put it up there or down there. I'll scoot over a little bit and maybe I'll put it over there for you. And yeah, let's start.
Hi everyone, this is Leah. Today I'm coming to you as the CEO of Krave Beauty with a very important announcement and some important updates to share regarding our sunscreen product in Korea, Beet the Sun. And there's a lot to unpack.
So for those that don't know, the Beat the Sun and Beat Shield sunscreen protection products by Krave Beauty have been out of stock for quite some time. This is a cult favorite of a lot of people. People swear by this product. People love the consistency, they love the price point, and they love the protection most of all. And people have been wondering, why were they taken off the shelves? Were they being reformulated? If they were being reformulated or repackaged, why weren't they really transparent about that? Now we know. It's kind of a big deal.
A lot to uncover, so I would really appreciate if you stick till the very end of this video. But first of all, I would definitely want to apologize and really thank you for your patience. This process took a long time for us to really investigate, understand if this entire controversy around sunscreen products in Korea have affected us or not. And it wasn't until very recently, a couple of days ago, that we finally had some answers and information that we could share with you all. When it comes to sunscreen development and approval, there are mainly four parties involved. First of all, there's a brand who owns and sells the product. Secondly, there's a manufacturer who formulates and develops and also produces the product. Thirdly, there would be third-party independent testing labs that would test the level of sun protection that would determine what would be the SPF claim for each product. And lastly, there is the Korea's Ministry of Food and Drug Safety that approves all the sunscreens to be rolled out in South Korean beauty market. So what's been going on? At the end of last year, around December 2020, it was revealed that...
So right there, that should tell you that sunscreen protection is a very complicated issue. It's not simply people cooking up skincare products in their kitchen and then shipping it out. There's a lot that goes into it, from the manufacturer to the labs that are testing the product, and towards government body regulations. There's a lot that goes into sunscreen protection.
A couple of manufacturers and testing labs based in Korea were producing inaccurate SPF testing results. Whether that was intentional or unintentional, it was clear that a lot of sunscreen products were not living up to its SPF claim. So naturally, we have witnessed and observed a lot of skincare companies pulling their sunscreen off the market. It was clear that this problem was much more of an industry-wide issue than just a one brand or a couple of brands problem. Upon investigation and talking to industry sources, it seems like this was much more of a widespread issue that was ongoing for a long time, that was kind of hidden underneath the rug. This certainly does not happen with all brands out there in Korea. There are definitely plenty of ethical, trustworthy labs, manufacturers, and brands. Now the real question was the Krave Beauty product also affected?
I want to pause it again, just because I want to emphasize this point, that this is not just a Korean skincare beauty problem. This happens across the entire world, where the formulations are not tested thoroughly by third parties, and they don't get the SPF right. This happens in American products, Korean products, and it really just goes to show you that a lot of these brands are using the same manufacturers. That's kind of the tea here. If you read between the lines, A lot of these companies are using the same manufacturers, which is why so many companies are having this issue with their SPF products.
Because at the end of the day, we do manufacture, develop our sunscreen based in South Korea. So we were naturally concerned when this entire controversy has started. But we were assured by our contract manufacturer a couple of times that our product formula is as efficacious as it claims to be as a sun protector. And also we did partner with the most reputable and the largest contract manufacturer in South Korea that supplies to multiple multinational companies internationally, and it has layers and layers of regulatory compliance team, quality management, quality assurance team. So we never have felt compelled to do more testings when we first got our products in 2018 till very recently. Regardless, in light of how widespread the issue had become, we wanted to do our own independent testings to verify if there would be any possible discrepancy from the original result that we were given back in 2018 when the formula was first developed and approved to be a sunscreen in South Korean market. And the original result was SPF of 55.3 based on one Korean lab. And we're not here to say that all Korean independent testing labs are not trustworthy or they're corrupt, but because the issue is so widespread in South Korea at the moment, we wanted to make sure that we partner with another independent testing lab that could provide a much more unbiased and hopefully a more objective result at this time. After spending January vetting and selecting US-based labs, February and March was when we started the testing process to evaluate the SPF number or the protection level of our current formula based on the methodology of ISO 24444. The process took a little longer than expected.
I'm glad she's giving a timeline.
Because
I'm glad
the
she's
labs
doing
are having
that. That's
a really
good.
hard time recruiting human volunteers to come into the lab to physically test the product in person. So I really appreciate your patience and thank you so much for sticking with us. In conclusion, the extensive results have shown that it was performing below our expectations. And this is not the news that I'm proud to share, and this is not the news that you were probably waiting to hear after all these months. This made us realize and really learn the hard way that we should have conducted more independent testings ourselves, besides just blindly trusting the results that the manufacturer and the manufacturer partnered lab had produced.
And there you go. The girls are getting scammed out of their coin. The girls are the girls are thinking they're being protected by the sun, and they're just slowly shriveling up like a raisin because these companies are just not doing their due diligence and cross-referencing and doing their independent testing. I don't think that Krave Beauty is going to be the last company that comes out with something like this. They may be the last well-known brand to suffer a loss and a hit like this, but they weren't the first, and they're not going to be the last. You will see other companies follow suit and take sunscreens off the shelves, maybe discontinue things in a very under the radar type of way. But yeah, this is a big issue.
To us. Without a question, that is 100% of our responsibility and our lack of oversight, and we are incredibly sorry for that. Why can't you just disclose the testing results? This is something that I'm equally frustrated about because I think by disclosing it, it will quell some concerns and unnecessary speculations or people just assuming the worst out of this entire situation. I hope you understand that due to legal and privacy constraints that we are not able to. Is it still safe to use as a sunscreen? So Beet the Sun is a sunscreen without a doubt. It is an effective sun protector.
What? So they did a so Leah's telling us that they did independent lab testing, and because of legal and private reasons they can't disclose the actual SPF. That's a little sus, no? Because in an alternate universe, let's let's roll it back for a second. In an alternate universe, let's say that they did the independent testing and the results came back that the SPF is 50. Yay, it's 50. I swear to you, I promise you, we'd be seeing a video where they said, oh, we did the test results. They came back 50%, 50 SPF. So are they not telling the number of the SPF because it's not the number they want? Or is it because of privacy and legal reasons? I'll tell you right now, what the reason they're not disclosing the SPF, allegedly, my conspiracy theory, is that they don't want to get sued. If it's an SPF of 10 and they've been telling you that it's been an SPF of 50, they don't want a class action lawsuit. So I assume that their lawyers have advised them to not disclose the number, the specific SPF. Because they want to protect themselves from a lawsuit. But listen, if that's the case, just say that. In cases like this, I always advise people to be totally transparent. The good, the bad, and the ugly. Because you've already lost a chunk of support from people that want to support you. Once you lose that trust, it's really hard to build it back up. And so, not to be cliche, but what you want to do is you want to tell the truth and nothing but the truth. And that includes things like, listen, we don't want to tell you guys the SPF that we got because we don't want to get sued. Because we're liable. Just say that. Just say that. And I respect that. But that's not, I don't know. Let's keep listening.
However, at this point, we are not able to land on a very conclusive level of what that protection would be. However, this is my very personal and very subjective opinion and my very subjective interpretation of the testing results. I would still personally use it as the only sunscreen, and I would recommend my personal network of friends to still continue using it as a sunscreen and not throw it away completely. But again, this is my very personal and subjective opinion, not the brand's. Now, where does that take us? I think...
So what she's saying, let me translation, what she is trying to get the audience to believe is that this sunscreen, because she's speaking to skincare enthusiasts, people who are into skincare. That's who she's speaking to. So this is an audience that has some type of higher level of knowledge of skincare. So people watching this video, I think we all know that you want to have a sunscreen protection of SPF of 30 or more. And judging this part of the video, I think she's trying to say that the SPF is between 30 and 50. She's saying, allegedly, my conspiratorial theory here, speculation, is that it's not 50 like they've advertised, but it's greater than 30, or it's at least 30. That's what I'm gathering from this message. Now, the gag is, do you believe that? Because on one hand, she's trying to throw that crumb out there and see what bird will pick it up. But she's not providing any evidence or receipts or facts. We're just going off of the strength of her word. Now, for those long-time and long-term fans of Krave Beauty as a brand, their products I hear are fantastic. So maybe you'll believe that and you'll eat that breadcrumb up. But for someone like me who has just never tried the brand, this is not a good look. Like, that isn't the most transparent thing ever. For me, I want to know the SPF. Am I putting SPF 10 on my face, or am I putting SPF 35 on my face? Because that's an important distinction. Because at this point, I would be advising my friends, if they have Beet the Shield sunscreen, to put that stuff on your foot. That's... I wouldn't trust that on my face. That's just me. That's, Leah has her personal, highly subjective opinion. That's my personal, highly subjective opinion. The Beet Shield belongs on the feet at this point in time. But let's keep listening. There's a couple more minutes.
There's only one right option at this point, which is to discontinue Beet the Sun sales from all markets indefinitely. I know this is a very disappointing news to a lot of people who have supported the brand, the product, and it was such a beloved product from all of our internal team members as well, so it is very, very hard news to break, but I think this is the only best way to make things right. We take our responsibility very seriously, and we definitely feel like we have let you down, and we did. You definitely deserve the highest level of trust and confidence when purchasing any Krave Beauty products, period. And we are so sorry that we weren't able to provide that full confidence at this time. I think this will be a very pivotal moment for our entire company's history. We only learn from here. We only become a better version of ourselves from here. We want to make things right. We want to make major changes to our product development process. We will be implementing a very thorough vetting process for whoever we partner with and whoever we place our trust with when it comes to our product development and product safety. If you don't feel safe using our products, we want to do things right by offering you a full refund. So please refer to the refund request page that I'll be linking in the info.
I think this is not just going to be pivotal for the Krave Beauty brand, but for all skincare brands across the world. This past year, the last 12 months, we've seen many companies take major hits from the same exact issue. And so I think for other brands who are developing new sunscreen products, they're really going to be checking their notes to see, okay, is the sunscreen really great? Should we hire another independent lab to double check what's already been double checked? I think companies are going to become a lot more strict in how they vet this process. It's also going to make it a lot more expensive for smaller brands. I think stuff like this really hurts small brands. You guys know that I am an affiliate of Even Prime. I love Even Prime. Love that brand. They're highly transparent. I think they're doing a fantastic job. But for someone like them at their scale, can they afford to do multiple independent testings of their sunscreens? They don't have the budget that Krave Beauty or an Herbivore Botanicals or another big brand has. They don't have that. So it's interesting to see how this is going to affect skincare brands in the future. By the way, I am an affiliate of Even Prime. I'll leave a link down below. Get 15% off, all that jazz.
Box below. We know that this won't address all problems, it wouldn't make everything okay, but it is a start to help get us on the right path. As the CEO and as a leader of the company of Krave Beauty, I want to deeply apologize for not providing that full confidence to you at this time. If any one of you who's watching this video happens to be an industry expert in regards to SPF testing and SPF approval in the United States, I would love to collaborate with you to gain more insight and more understand the context of how it is in the United States to avoid any kind of same incidents. So please do contact me at this email here. I'm sorry, after all these months of being MIA on YouTube, this is the very first video that you'll be watching, but I hope we are able to really learn from this moment and become a better version of ourselves, truly. So thank you so much for holding us accountable, and I'll talk to you soon.
So that was the video. I think Leah, you did a fantastic job. Overall, I would give the, apology video. We're talking about an apology video here. I think that overall, they're doing the best that they can. And I think that they will recover from this. People that are fans of Krave Beauty are fans because of the high quality products and the efficacy that they've proven over the last several years. And so people that are hardcore fans are going to remain to be hardcore fans. I know this because they've been in my mentions on twitter.org. Okay, arguing with me. Okay, so I know that for a fact. Krave Beauty will be fine. The only thing I didn't like about the video was the whole not disclosing the actual SPF amount. I think that's very shady, and there's someone, the Twitter girls were online telling me about NDAs and all this stuff, and it's like, well, why would you sign an NDA like that? And again, it doesn't make sense. It's just very shady, and like, I have two eyes and I have glasses. You're not revealing the SPF amount because legally that wouldn't be good for you. Just say that. You're a company. You're liable for stuff like this. And Americans are so happy, okay? So I understand why they wouldn't want to disclose it. But to say that it's a privacy issue, it's just kind of like, I don't know. I don't know about that. But overall, I thought it was a genuine apology video. I think they're doing the right thing by offering refunds. And I'm excited to see how things change. So the video's gotten very long. I'm gonna end it right now. Tell me what you think in the comment section below. If you like this video, like the video and subscribe to my channel for more. Bye.